It's been a rough week in PICO Rivera, a city I'm very familiar with. I've lived all around the 562, all up and down the San Gabriel Valley. So I'm very familiar with PICO Rivera. My favorite taco spot, Tacos Ensenada, right there on Rosemead and Beverly. It's one of my favorite taco spots, Beverly Road. But unfortunately, PICO Rivera has had 2 shootings this week that turned into homicides. One was a few days ago at a gas station that I'm very familiar with. I know exactly where this gas station is. And the second one, I'm even more familiar with. First one was a man. The second one was a 13-year-old kid. Let's hear the news story.
A man shot and killed at a gas station in PICO Rivera.
This all happened here at the Shell on Washington and Passons in PICO Rivera last night.
Right down the street from the police office.
9 p.m.
Right down the street from the police station. Anyone who knows PICO Rivera knows that Washington and Passons, right down the street from the police.
Rivera.
This all happened here at the Shell on Washington and Passons in PICO Rivera last night just before 9 p.m. That's when witnesses tell us the victim, that coworker of those friends that were here this morning, had some kind of exchange of words with a man who had been walking in the intersection, again at the corner of Washington and Passons. That man kept walking.
That's why I don't exchange words with I try not to as I get older. It's still hard as a man sometimes, but I'm ignoring you because motherfuckers they shoot you nowadays, man.
Washington and Passons. That man kept walking. Meanwhile, the victim pulled into the Shell gas station, got out, and more words were exchanged. The suspect, the man who had been walking, then pulled out a gun and shot the victim multiple times. Witnesses telling me they heard at least 5 gunshots. The victim rushed to the hospital where sadly there was nothing the doctors could do for him. He died there. That suspect basically ran away. They don't know who he is yet, and they don't know why this happened.
But guess what? They will soon. Because it's so hard to commit crime nowadays, especially a crime like this, where you take someone's life at a gas station with cameras everywhere. So if they haven't identified someone already, my guess is they will identify someone pretty soon. But of course, a lot of crime does go unsolved. To the person out there who did this, your day will come. And I truly believe it will be probably by the time I post this video, we're going to know something. It's just so hard to do anything like that in a city anymore, where there's businesses everywhere. Everyone has a camera, phone, everyone's car is recording, everyone's glasses are recording, everyone's recording. I do hope if anyone has seen anything that they're not holding it in and not telling anyone. If you know anything, please say something. That's the only way crimes like this are going to get solved. We have to fix it ourselves because the police are outnumbered. I know they are. I go to my coffees with cops meetings all the time. I meet with my local sheriffs. I meet with 5-0, man. I hang out with 5-0. I got a lot of friends who are 5-0, one time, Huda, all that. I messes with all of them. Damn near 50 years old, man. I keep cops on the payroll. Not on the payroll. That sounded bad. I meant in my Rolodex. Not on payroll. I ain't that guy. Don't be damn, I gotta come and knock my door down now. Some Rico shit. But I would advise you to do that as well, to get to know what's going on in your community. You will be surprised. I had no idea that I live in a city. Knew there was a lot. I know where I live, you know what I mean? But I had no idea. In my small city, there are 11 gangs. You knew where I live specifically, and you'd like, damn, 11 gangs in one little town? Like, yep, 11 gangs. The cops are outnumbered. They're outmanned. Morale in the departments are down. People are retiring because it's hard to be a cop now. You can't even chase people, and it's the weirdest thing I've ever experienced in my life. So that's why when we see things like this, we have any news, our cousin said, hey man, I know who did that. We have to tell. We have to tell. That's the only way this is going to get solved. And I do hope they find the person. And going back to what I said earlier, I don't know specifically what happened in this situation, but I'm going to advise you all to just zip your mouth, men especially. If someone flips you off in the car and then you want to run him, chase him down in your car, then you get next to him and you throw your hand out and you shake. And if you're one of those guys who shakes their hand out of the window, stop it. Just stop it, dog. People are popping each other nowadays. You're going to get shot for fucking doing this. Don't do that. Just be like, move on, go home to your wife and kids and fucking chill. And I even have to teach myself that, even as I get older at this age. I'm not perfect. Back in the day, I was throwing shit at cars. You cut me off, I'm chasing you down. I'm throwing my water bottle at you. I'm cussing you out. I'm getting out of the car. Like, it was going down. Like, I had a big anger problem when I was a kid. Now, I ain't trying to leave this earth before it's my time. And I'll be damned if I get popped over a goddamn road rage incident. It ain't happening. Not saying that's what happened here, but from what the news is saying, it sounds like it's along those lines of just two people getting into words and whatever happened. I don't know. It could have been they were telling each other what gang they're from. I don't know. I just know it's a sad situation and it sucks for the city of Pico Rivera. So that was the first one. And then just a couple of days later, man, a 13-year-old had his life taken from him at another gas station in the city of Pico Rivera. This one's really, really sad, man. Anytime a kid is, not saying that the other one isn't as sad, but whenever a kid's involved, it's a little more serious to me.
Continuing to follow developing news out of Pico Rivera, a 13-year-old shot and killed at a gas station.
And investigators say the boy was shot at least 4 times, one of them in the head. The shooter's motive is still unclear. LA County Sheriff's Department says around 11:45 Saturday night, ShotSpotter technology confirmed 4 shots at the 76 gas station on the corner of Whittier and Rosemead Boulevard in Pico Rivera. When deputies arrived, they performed CPR on the boy until LA County Fire Department took over and pronounced him dead. Now, police from Montebello, Whittier, and Downey all showed up to assist LA County Sheriff's Department. Again, there's no suspect information that's been released, and there is no motive.
It's over 9.
Something tells me that will change. Because once again, it's very hard to commit a crime, especially a crime of that magnitude, especially when a child, a young person is involved. I know Los Angeles sheriffs very closely, some associated with that general area. And I would guarantee with everything in me that they put this to the top of their priority list. This one right here got moved to the top of the priority list. A young child who was outside at 11:45. Why was he out at 11:45 p.m., Dusty Vision? Nothing good happens after 11. Well, sometime we're out at that time of night, not by our own choices. Sometime, unfortunately, we are in situations that lead us to being outside at 11:45 p.m. And allegedly, I don't know how true this is, but what I've been hearing through my research on this story is that this kid's mother worked nearby, and she and he lived in a shelter, and she didn't want him staying at the shelter by himself while she was at work, so he had to stay there with her. I don't know how true that is, but I have heard residents tell me that story, and I'm just going to roll with the 3 or 4 people who have told that story to me. But either way, it's a crazy situation. It's sad, and it just sucks that sometimes we're in situations where we just have to be outside at 11:45. So that was the first thing I noticed. People are like, why was the kid outside at 11:45? God damn, that's not the big why. The big why is, why would someone shoot a 13-year-old? Let's not worry about the little whys right now. Let's worry about the big why. Kid outside of a gas station had his life taken from him. For what reasons? Who knows? But I guarantee this is put to the top of the list, and I guarantee our great Los Angeles sheriffs are working on this right now. And probably by the time of the posting of this video, someone will be arrested. Just my thoughts. There's cameras everywhere. I don't care what time of night. There's cameras everywhere. I know that location. Okay, so Rosemead and Whittier. Rosemead and Whittier. I think there's like a Mario's Taco. No. Let's see. Rosemead and Whittier. Okay, there's that gas station there. I think there's a Wiener Schnitzel. I'm pretty sure there's a Food for Less right there. There's a lot of cameras. There's a ton of cameras right there. I hope they catch this person. And please, if you know the GoFundMe, I don't know anything about this family. If you know a GoFundMe, if there's a GoFundMe link, can you please post it in the comment section? Because I would love to donate. Because it doesn't sound like the mom had a lot of resources based off what I've heard from the story. So if anyone knows this person's GoFundMe, if they even have one, they don't, maybe I should start one. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure PICO Rivera, the city of PICO Rivera, is a very loving town. So I'm going to guess that there is something out there. So please, if you know this person's GoFundMe that I can donate to, please put it in the comment section. I do appreciate it. And I do appreciate you joining the show. Please stay safe out there. It is going down. It's crazy. Stay vigilant. Get your CCW if you can. Please just take care of yourself, because motherfuckers are crazy, man, and it's going down out there, especially in Los Angeles. Hell, every big city in the country right now. So please be safe, because I need new subscribers. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.